Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III Tours and Tournaments. So in today's episode we're going to be continuing this war here in Italy, helping out the Pope against Tuscany. But before we do that, we need to take care of a few diplomatic things. So first of all, I wanted to do this after the marriage. I wanted to give our son some marriage gifts, some artifacts that we have here. So let's go ahead and grant him things that might benefit him, particularly with attraction opinion, like this prize ring, and also get him more prestige as well. So get him that prize ring. Yeah, just basically anything that we have that's extra that we're not using. There's not really any reason to not gift these to him. A prize necklace, we'll grant him that as well. These are all helping with the attraction opinion. So his spouse will like him more, though it doesn't seem like they're having any trouble having children. They already have 3. Though these are all daughters. So that's one thing to consider. Could do the Glory Hound vassal opinion. Or this one just for some straight prestige. And this gets them some dread. Yeah, I guess we'll do that one. Alright, so we'll grant him 3 items, so we'll make sure he has the minimum 3 trinket items. So I guess there's 4 trinket slots, isn't there? So we could gift him 1 more. I don't know if he has any already. Yeah, we'll grant him 1 more. Because again, we're not using these, so why not? So we'll give him this one here. And so this will help his prestige and also he'll like us more. But yeah, these are our wedding gifts, or they're supposed to be. They're a little bit late, but yeah, they're wedding gifts. And then the other thing we need to do is arrange marriages for his other daughters, because apparently that's all he's going to have, his daughters. He's got 3 so far. They just had a new daughter, Clara. I did rename these 2 daughters to Isabella and Cecilia. But we've found one for the eldest, Isabella, and she has her childhood trait, pensive, but we can't change her education at all. But yeah, I do expect that he'll have a son, but if he doesn't, we want to make sure that these daughters here are set up with marriages that, you know, because let's just say he doesn't have any sons. We have this set up with a matrilineal marriage. What if she dies? So we need to set up the other daughters as well, I think. So let's go ahead and do that, and we're going to look for marriages. You know, obviously alliances aren't important right now, but they will be important later when we become our son. So there's none in Castile here. And in Aragon we already did the one marriage here for Bona's daughter. We can look here. He still doesn't have a marriage for himself and thus doesn't have any children. We could see if he'd be willing to do a marriage. I think we'd seen this before though, that he was not willing to though. So we'll just check. We tried with Rosa. We'll check again though with one of our granddaughters here. And we don't want to have her go. Whose kid is this? This is Bona's. I think this is the one we checked, and he was not willing to accept before. So yeah, can't do that. Of course, that wouldn't have been a matrilineal, but I figured I was willing to check that. And then we have the King of Leon, one who we have not checked, and he has 2 sons, so he might be willing to do a matrilineal, though this son is actually set to inherit a couple counties, so we'll have to see. And so I think he will accept because it's a second son, as long as it's not the heir. This kid's 3, so you probably want the oldest of our granddaughters of these ones, and then do the matrilineal marriage. Yeah, he doesn't even care that much. But it's nice that we're getting all those bonuses as well. That's really helping improve the situation. Also, this kid has a trait, a positive trait that maybe their children will be able to inherit. He does have disputed heritage, though, so that's something to consider. But yeah, it's not going to stop us here. All right, so we're going to do that marriage. There's another kid in England as well. We've already done Prince Samuel. Why not do this kid as well? So they're all going to be married to our children. Our grandchildren, I should say. I guess we got to get that one marriage accepted. Remember, we have that war down there, so we need to pay attention to that. But yeah, we can do one more marriage here with Claire. So we'll send that off. So that way all the granddaughters over there are married. We still got other kids that we can find marriages for, but those ones don't have to be matrilineal because they're not as important, since it's not going to be our main character that we're playing as. And I'm just concerned that the game ends. Yeah, we're bouncing around with the Pope here, trying to get these guys engaged. Maybe we should just do a siege. Let him chase after them. He doesn't really need our assistance to win this. So yeah, we're just going to do the siege here at the capital. And then they'll do the siege here. So again, we find a plot for somebody attempting to murder us. That's not the first time we found that. Apparently, a lot of people who hate us. Oh, Bosun died. Alright. I was hoping we'd be the one to do it. But he was an older guy. And he died after a botched treatment. Okay, so we say one fewer of them to worry about, because remember, we still have that feud here. Or you say, at least, or at last, I think I could put this behind me. And this would end the feud. And we get the prestige and dread. I mean, he was really the one we had the feud with. So I think we're just going to go with that and end the feud. And the feud has been beset by threats. We don't even have it anymore. So it looks like our brother gained stress because of this. We have not looked at him for a while. He had a title for a little while, but he doesn't anymore. Okay. So yeah, he's 46 years old. At this point, he might not ever get a title. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens to him. You know, obviously, he's still got a lot of life left. So we can say, no, we must finish what we started, or you're right, it is time that this was done with. So we've already ended it. So it doesn't make any sense to do this now. So just do that. But yeah, that's what we would have done in that particular event. But again, we've already, we've already done it. So let's go ahead and pet our cat to get rid of the stress. Still pretty high here, though. Could visit the market. But, I'm not going to do that. I already said I wasn't going to do that. But then again, I think I've changed my mind. So Raymond changed his mind. He is going to the market. He is going to spend this money he worked so hard to save. He's changed his mind. And so he's going to spend some money and reduce some stress even further. We're no longer overwhelmed with stress, but very close to being overwhelmed again. And more people dying to cause of stress. We lost another counselor here. Apparently we don't care about him. It was the bishop, and the new bishop already endorses us. Alright, excellent. We can take a look and see if we want to improve relations with anybody, since we're not doing that now. We can improve relations with this guy, why not? It's already high enough to get all his taxes and levies, but yeah, we'll go and do it. And that favorite lady was destroyed. That's okay. And it looks like a crusade is going to start up here. This is not in the Holy Land. This is the Kingdom of Pomerania. So that is going to be over here. I don't know that we'd want to fight in this. We're not our father. So we're definitely not as committed to such things. And it's not in the Holy Land. Yeah, I don't really think it has anything to do with us. Yeah, he's just not a crusader. Remember, he didn't even go on the crusade to the Holy Land. His father went and he just stayed back at home. And so, as prestigious as being a part of this would be, I just don't think that's what he's thinking about. Raymond always kind of thinks about himself first. It's not like selfish necessarily. He doesn't have the selfish trait, but... And... does the cat have a secret that we figured out? So it looks like it found a scroll here. And we found the Count's secret here. That he attempted to... Okay, so we can expose his secret, but we already learned of another secret as well. Disputed heritage. For this character here, our friend. She's a spy master. So we could expose it. We'll just keep it. We'll keep the secret. So not a lot of troops here, but we were able to get the siege completed. It's going to be just a couple days, and then we'll get it done. Remembering birthdays past. So this is another one of those birthday events. As I turn another year older today, I am reminded of the splendid birthday party my friends Emma and Constancia arranged for me several years ago. How joyous it was to feel the kindness and warmth of our friendship made so evident. Constancia has since passed, and I mourn the loss of such a great friend. She was by my side through good times and bad, never failing to bring a smile to my face in times of sadness. Although Constancia is gone, I cherish the memories I have of her. I will never forget you, my friends. That's going to reduce a lot of our stress that we got. A nice positive event there. And secret's been brought forward by Bona that our grandson was fathered by this character. And I think this is... I already knew, because he's a bastard. Was that really a secret? I could have swore we already knew all that. Anyways, we now know for sure, I guess. So we finished up the siege. Well, that didn't help out that much. It's only at 6%. Now, he finished up his siege, and he's going after Rome. Let's get this siege here finished, and then we'll start marching down there in the hope that the Pope will follow. Or maybe we can just follow him. Flickering flames by candlelight. With a start, I wake, snapping my hand out of the lit candle it had slid onto. By the many torments of Satan, that stings. Bleary-eyed, I glance around the sitting room. I must have fallen asleep without dousing the candle. It's lucky my hand fell on it. If it had tipped onto the sofa... So I have to be much careful about these candles. Is this one of the new events where they notify you that you're at a chance of dying or something like that? Yeah, because I got like a new thing trying to kill your characters more often. Because, you know, a lot of people talk about how like characters, you know, don't die often enough to represent history or just real life. You know, people just constantly just die. Yeah, I feel like these guys need to go after save the Pope, because I highly doubt he's leading his own troops. So I assume he's over here in the capital, meaning there's a good chance he might get caught. Like, why would he not go? Yeah, we'll see if he'll follow us over here. Come on, follow me. Okay, so we don't have the troop numbers, so he's not gonna follow us here. Okay, so that's not good. That's what he should be doing. Instead, he's doing a siege of a place that's already been sieged down. What is he doing? It doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing there, guys. Now he's chasing after the 908 dudes. Why not save Rome? He's advancing now. At the last minute. Alright, well, we're already doing a siege. I tried going down there, man. I don't think we'd arrive in time. And Ines comes of age. Alright, excellent. And she did pretty well at her education. So now we already know we're going to try and get her to take the vows, and she would be willing to accept. We don't even have to use the hook. Though we don't have the piety. Okay. So that's unfortunate. So we're going to have to wait. I don't know when we're going to get the piety. We're doing that. We don't really earn a lot of piety right now. 2 per month. And so that's going to take us a stupid amount of time to get the piety, unless we were like, you know, go on a pilgrimage or something. And do we figure out the schemer? Yeah. The wife of the Duke of Burgundy. And she's got lover's pox all over her face here. Oh, wow. Because she spends too much time in the brothel. Okay, so for whatever reason, she's trying to kill us. I guess because her daughter would then become the Duchess? I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we could attempt to murder her back. It would only be fair. We got a 95% chance of success as well. Probably the Duke joining this. Kill his own wife here. He's been hanging out in the brothel too much. Everybody knows about it. Yeah, there's clearly a lot of people unhappy with her. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. So the Pope is chasing him down after just defeating him in a battle. We're at 32% currently. And we did sway Simon over here. I guess we can keep it going again. There's not really anything else to do with that. And we got 110 gold from the extra taxes. All right, excellent. I already said I wasn't going to pledge my support, man. Pope won't be happy about it. But again, it's not Raymond's concern right now. And somebody else is trying to kill the knight, so it's not just one person. Why does everybody hate that guy? Just because he's a good knight, they're all all jealous. And yeah, I know, it's my sacred duty. I mean, you can gain that piety we need from this. And this would result in us losing piety and devotion. They just spend the money. Yeah, I mean, you don't get as much here, but yeah, I think we're just going to spend the money in this case. Because yeah, we're not going to go fight in this. So we will finance it. That's the money we just got from the taxes anyways. And then I'll get that piety that we need. Not enough, but it helps. Alright, just seeing if there's anything here that we need to be aware of. No. We did get a perk here though. And that means we're going to get the last one, the diplomat. Alright, excellent. So we finished up that perk branch. And then the diplomat gives you the +3 diplomacy, the independent ruler opinion +20, and personal scheme power +25%. So it's helpful. We finished up the siege. So just reducing the percentage here. And the Pope's going to finish up his. And that might be enough to win the war. Yes. Okay. So we'll start marching up here. But yeah, it's not even necessary. The war is over. Alright, so let's go and disband our troops. So we start earning money again. And now that we finished that up, that war, I guess we got this event here. Is this another ghost event? Yeah. So we've seen this before. So we can say I repent, whatever it takes, I repent. As an arrogant character, we absolutely are not willing to do that. Instead, we can just say I'm clearly hallucinating. So this is going to be a very different situation from our father, where he believed what he was seeing. So in this case, we'll have a 60% chance that we will not be visited again. 40% chance that we lose piety. That piety we just spent all that money to get. Awesome. We didn't lose it. So hopefully we won't be visited again. Now, one thing that's interesting here, we're getting this notification about having too many counties, but we actually don't anymore. That's the first time we didn't. So that actually could earn us a lot of money, potentially. We're earning 8 right now. Because, yeah, we were getting that penalty, like the 20% penalty. Somebody's trying to kill Robert now, too? What is going on? All this attempt to murder everybody. Yeah, we've got to stop the villain behind this. Watch it be his own brother. Trying to ensure that he secures all those duchies. I actually thought about getting rid of some of these duchies. Because we're not even using them. Now, one other option would be to make somebody a duke. To make somebody a duke once we become king, which we're still waiting to earn the money for. Yeah, one duchy we could get rid of is this one here. Either pass that out once we become a king, or just destroy it. That costs us 400 prestige. But that way we don't lose as much. They will create duchy titles though. But I think as long as he has one, it shouldn't be an issue. And just keep this one will go to our son. Yeah, I guess the one problem here is that he has all that territory in this duchy. But yeah, if he just gets like the Duchy of Aquitaine, Robert, and then we can get rid of this one. I don't know if that will actually work. You can also hand it out to somebody. We have our dynasty over here, so you could like grant it out to her. Although, okay, she hasn't got married yet. I see. This is a matrilineal marriage as well, so we arranged that a while ago. And remember, that's the giant's daughter with Bona. And of course, they had he had died, and she had gotten this title back before they had the son. So that's the reason why she inherited instead. So yeah, you could make her the duchess here since she's a member of our dynasty. I suppose we'll wait to destroy any duchy titles because we could always grant those out. But what we want to do now is that grand activity, the taxation tour. so we can raise money to try and become a king. And then we'll do another tour to show what everybody paid for. All right, so let's go ahead and do the Grand Tour. This will be the first Grand Tour that we've done in the campaign. And it does say it costs a lot of money. But when you do the taxation tour, depending on the size of your realms, then you can often, actually make money. And that's the purpose of doing the tour in the first place. So we can't possibly stop at everybody's place. You can only do 10 anyways, and you can see we have more than 10 vassals. So we would not be able to stop at everybody's place. This is because we have so many counts, and so that's the reason why we got so many vassals. And so we got to prioritize who we want to stop at. And so I think it makes sense to stop at the Countess here because she's our Chancellor. And now we could potentially arrest her. I think we had looked at doing that since she's not a great Chancellor. And taking one of her counties. You know what? I almost want to do that real quick before we do this tour. You know what? We're going to do that. Because I talked about doing it and I forgot about it. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do so. So we want to arrest her for the crime that she committed here. It's a 72% chance that it's going to succeed. So let's go ahead and do it. And we'll see if that's successful. And then we're going to take one of her titles. Alright, so we've arrested her. And when we fell at Swain, we gained stress. So something to keep in mind here. So the Chancellor spot is now open. Let's go and stop the Swain attempt here. We have a good chance of being successful, but I mean, he already likes us. Alright, so with her arrested, let's go ahead. I mean, you could just ransom her for the money, of course, but that's not what we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and revoke her title. Just make sure that we're able to take it from her. So she doesn't actually have 3 counties. She has a barony. She has a barony here. Okay. So if we're going to be taking something from her, it probably makes sense to leave her that one with the barony, although this is going to piss her off. And if we took this one, she'd no longer be a powerful vassal. Because I was thinking this one she's really close to you. I don't know if you want to leave somebody you pissed off close to you. I guess we'll take this one. She has no choice but to accept it. So we're going to go ahead and take her title from her. And so that'll give us 2 titles to grant out. And apparently she's a rival with us as well now. Okay, so she doesn't like us because of what we're doing here. So we could just ransom her and leave a rival out there. That just doesn't feel like the way Raymond does things, though. Could force her to renounce her claims. Could just straight up banish her. Though this is tyranny. Yeah, because we've already punished her for her crimes. Now we lose a lot of stress for executing her. Could just gain the weak hook on her. Or the money. But yeah, I just don't feel like letting her go now. Now that she's a rival. And letting her operate against us. Especially when she's like nearby. Probably better to just leave this boy on the throne here. So yeah, we'll just executing her would reduce our stress by 30, but we'd have to spend piety, which I really don't want to do. We'd gain 15 dread. So we won't do that. I suppose we'll just banish her. It's still tyrannical, but it's only 7 opinion here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll banish her from the realm. And so we need another chancellor. I wasn't planning on doing that, but then when she became a rival, seemed like the thing that made the most sense. And he's the powerful vassal, but he sucks at everything. So I think we might make Bona, our cousin Bona, make her the chancellor. There's also this character over here who you can make chancellor. He'd be an option as well, but it makes sense to do somebody for our dynasty here. So we'll turn her into the chancellor. Keep her doing the domestic affairs. She also is better at that as well. And we're increasing control over here, so we need him to get that finished up. And then what we might do, since we're trying to earn money, is perhaps go to the organized army after we're done with that. Okay, so now that that's been dealt with, and we have somebody else here, well, I guess we have to wait. There we go. So no reason to visit there now. And now we can do the grand tour here. And it's gonna be that taxation tour. All right, so you can no longer visit there because it's a child, obviously. So you got this young guy here. A lot of young counts throughout here. I mean, so we clearly need to visit our son. So let's base this off of characters we know we want to visit here, and then we can move it around based on the order, so it makes sense. But let's pick who we want to visit first. Oops. So we'll have that set up, and then again we'll just kind of move it around. Yeah, our cousin in the Toulouse Dynasty. We'll want to visit him, and I think we're going to do we do have to pay the initial cost here. And we don't actually have 190. And so we'll overall make money. But yeah, we don't have enough to even do a visit of 4. And I was thinking at least 5 is what we'd want to do. And so that gives you 4 there. But how much would 5 cost? Let me figure out how much we have to save. 251. Okay. So unfortunately, unless we're only going to do a visit of 3 locations, we can't do this right now. So we could just visit 4 and save a little bit more money. Yeah, we have a lot less money than we did when we started out here. And is he trying to kill his brother? Oh, nope. This is the other way around here. He has discovered that we're trying to kill his mother-in-law. He says, "You are planning to kill someone?" Count Guilhem, my son and heir, confronts me with a horrified expression on his face. In his hand, he is clutching papers with notes of my plan to kill Duchess Emily. Papers I know I left in my private study. Okay, so we can try and convince him otherwise. Intrigue challenge. He sucks at intrigue, but so do we. I guess we're equal here. And so it's a 75% chance that he believes us. Instead, we get to do the diplomacy challenge and convince him it is for the best. Or it seems my plans just escalated, and then we kill our own son. What? Absolutely not. So we're going to use our diplomacy and try and talk him into convincing him, like, well, first of all, I mean, you can easily convince him. You just tell him, like, look, she wants to kill me. This is me trying to save my own life here. And so, yeah, 99% chance that we'll be successful there because our character is so good at diplomacy. But yeah, let's just convince him. And we can now go ahead and kill her. And so she was killed. We were successful. And so got rid of her before she got rid of us, which was an obvious threat. And so now I assume he'll get remarried, and perhaps to somebody younger, though he is ill. As of right now, his second son is set to inherit. The son here would get just a county, and that's the one who we married Cecilia to. And is that a matrilineal marriage? It is. So our dynasty will be getting a county there. But yeah, we spread our dynasty like all over the place with matrilineal marriages. And our friend was taken prisoner in Scotland. We did get a level of devotion. We've been very slow with getting these here. We're just not the most pious character out there. And we've been invited to a hunt here from our friend. Where's the hunt at? It's right over here. Why not? We'll go to the hunt. I don't know that Raymond's gone to any hunts yet. His father was a frequent hunter, but I don't think we have. He has the hunter, but I'm not sure that we did that since we've been him. Maybe. But I was thinking that might have happened when we were still playing as our father. Alright, so we're going to set off to do this hunt. We do have enough money, by the way, that we could do that grand tour with just the 4 people. And remember, we'll get that money back, or we should. And it kind of depends on what events you get during the taxation tour. But you can make a lot of money. Alright, so we're just waiting for everybody else to arrive now. And we have not set up our intent yet, so we need to go ahead and do that. And again, one of her lovers has been revealed. We're just going to continue to say what we've been saying and ignore it. So, is this the... Yeah, this is the hawking one. And so therefore we can't set to try and be successful here, but you can murder somebody if you wanted to. I don't know if there's any, like, rivals here or anything. Yeah, I don't even know that we have anybody other than that one rival who we banished. We got the befriend. And that would probably be the one we'd want to do, right? Because we don't have any stress right now. So yeah, I think it makes sense to do the friend. So just a question of who do we want to befriend then? Maybe our steward? Yeah, makes sense. He's a young guy as well. Yeah, we'll do with him. Just want to confirm that and see if we get any options to actually befriend him. So we actually did get an event to try and befriend him. You don't always. So now we want to look at what's gonna be most likely to succeed here with this character. He's impatient, callous, and diligent. Fortune builder, he's a hunter. Okay. So we can appeal to his active side, which he is a hunter. We can appeal to his social side option because we have the hunter trait. I don't know. He's indifferent to most people. And definitely don't want to do the compassionate side. That clearly isn't the way to go with this one. His diligent side, but because we're a hunter, we'd gain stress. Or appealed to his stewarding side, which probably is a good option to go with. He is our steward, right? It makes sense that that's how you'd approach this. Yeah, we'll try that and see what he says. And looks like we have a lot in common. He's eager to share methods of forest and game management. And when we move on, we can hardly be separated. I knew I could find the right words to win him over. So we increased his opinion, but it looks like we romanced him. That's great. I'm not entirely sure why we got the romance opinion with him. But yeah, plus 15 for romancing him. Alright, so we'll see if the hunt is actually successful. Real low chance that it will be, so not surprising that it failed. But we still did increase our falconeer hunting trait here. Let's just take a look at where we're at on that. So we're at 16 currently. We might not have gotten this here, but yeah, we did lose any stress here. So that was helpful. I mean, I think that's one reason why our character's been so stressed out. He hasn't been going to these type of events. We haven't really done much traveling or anything as this character, not like our father did. So we've done this event before, seen it many times, obviously. So we'll probably do this one here. Because a gregarious character, we don't like that one. So spend that money. And I guess he likes spending money. And we did get 2 trade experience here in horse. I guess because we rode our horse over there. And Countess Elizabeth, our wife, is doing a hunt as well. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do more hawk hunting. So we'll continue doing hunts, although we would not arrive in time. Okay, well we can try to spend money to get there sooner. It is our wife's hunt, so it makes sense. We're just spending all the money that we're supposed to be spending on other things. Of course. Alright, so we're running behind schedule, so let's hurry. So we can try and get there. And our son is actually acting as our regent. Oh, we found out who's plotting against our son. Robert. So it's actually the daughter of Count Bosun. And so he's the son of our rival, our former rival who died. Well, that's interesting. So she's the one who wants our boy killed. Okay, so obviously we'd have to reciprocate with this murder plot. You know, we don't really use the murder plots with a few exceptions. People we really don't like or who do something to us. Unlike our father, who obviously used the murder plots quite liberally. So we come across another dual demanded event here. And, you know, we can do this one because we're arrogant. But yeah, I think we might do this one here, the prowess challenge. Let me just take a look at the character's useful. He actually is pretty decent. Oh, he's a torturer too. Yeah, we'll go with this option, and we'll see if we win or not. And he won the fight. Alright, let me just see if there's anything here. It's just imprisoning of criminals. Which, you know, sometimes is useful for us. There's this count over here. And he does have 2 counties, so those are generally the people we try to take titles from. But you see, we would not see this, so we'd have to fight them. And, you know, arrest him that way. Another marriage offer from this king over here. He's still trying to do this marriage with our daughter here, and yeah, I'm not willing to do that particular one. I'm not entirely sure why he's so against doing any other marriages for his brother. I just don't know why he's opposed to it. And why he's opposed to doing his own marriage as well. I mean, we could take a look and see if there's anybody he's willing to accept that isn't an S. Maybe it's because it's our daughter. That's what I would assume. He would be willing to accept this one. Of course, that would not result in an alliance. Yeah, this is a marriage that I don't think he was willing to accept before. So yeah, he's willing to do that one. And this is one of Bonus' daughters. Yeah, why not? So he'll stop contacting us. Would he be willing to do Rosa? Although I guess she might not want to do that anyway, because she's over here acting as regent for her son. So I'd bring him in there. Yeah, that could cause some problems. Yeah, let's not do that. So yeah, we'll just do this marriage. Currently, she's zealous and charming. So we'll send off that marriage. And maybe we'll stop trying to marry his brother to our daughter. Alright, so we're currently set to the recreation. We can try and befriend somebody though. Not a lot of choices here, but the Duke of Brittany can be befriended. Okay, so let's try that. Let's get out there. Again, these hunts are rarely successful. He did accept that. Alright, excellent. I mean, we knew he would. I don't think we've seen this falcon event before. My falcon has completely disappeared from view, and looking around the landscape, I see nothing. Then I hear it screeching out for me, and I find it perched with blood dripping from its talons, though there is no sign of any other beast nearby. Clearly my falcon has recently gotten into a fight with something too big for it to take on by itself, and it must be nearby. So we'll gain a bit more hunter experience, we'll lose some stress, and then this is a learning stewardship challenge with a 30% chance that will increase the hunt success chance. 69%, we just increase it slightly, which is probably gonna be the result of that. Yeah. Yep, just a slight increase, so it's 11.5, so maybe a 1.5% increase or something like that. We're seeing a lot of events here that we haven't seen with this before. My falcon seems to be getting quite agitated on my wrists, tapping and pecking restlessly at me. No doubt the beast is eager to take to the skies once again and bring me back a fresh kill. It would be good for the bird to stretch its wings, but I haven't yet spied a trace of anything worth hunting, so it's likely my falcon would return empty-handed. So we could say fly my falcon. That's what we call it rather than giving it a name. So that's a learning stewardship challenge. 69% chance we're unsuccessful there. Or focus on tracking, which as an arrogant hunter we wouldn't want to do that. So we'll do this and see if we're successful. And our falcon did bring back a kill. 150 prestige gain. Alright, so see if the hunt is successful. Pretty unlikely with the 11.5% chance. Countess Elizabeth found raptor eggs. Did we see this event? Yeah, I think so. So the hunt has failed. But we continue to increase our experience. We got a bit more this time than usual. We did not get the event for befriending the Duke, unfortunately. But we got more prestige. Yeah, we failed to bond with him. So we'll finish the hunt and move back along. And we're at 52%, so that agent that we lost clearly was boosting it by quite a bit. So what we could do, let me see here. She's currently disrupting schemes. Let's have her support schemes and see if that ticks it up some. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not willing to spend any money on this. And our regent, our son, swings the scales of power against us. I don't know if we had any regents do that yet, because his loyalty is situational. That's interesting. Let's have him fill our coffers. That's what we want him working on. But we can leverage our prestige to swing it back into our favor. We've got plenty of prestige. He'll become frustrated, but I don't know what he's trying to do here. Settle down, kid. Know your role. Stay in your lane. Daddy is not even close to old enough yet to be handing over the reins of power to you. I think Raymond and his arrogance would have a lot of difficulty giving up power to his son and heir. So, a travel event, the Gracious Host. Another event I don't think we've seen. I don't know if they've added some new events recently or if we're just getting lucky to see new ones. But this is the Gracious Host. And it's with this character here, Alton. So yeah, we went to his place. Later in the evening, a feast is hosted in my honor, and the wine figuratively keeps flowing until we start seeing signs of dawn of the sky. The morning after, he approaches us. He says, "We thoroughly enjoyed hosting you, and this shindig will warm us many a night forward." So we say, "Does your spice wine stock match your tax rate?" As a gregarious character, we wouldn't like that. But we would get 90 gold from this. Would also increase the taxes there. Or you say, "You have been a most gracious host, Alton." And then we'll lose stress. But you know what? I feel like in this case that we would be willing to do this here. You know, again, as an arrogant character, you can make the argument he would do this. And as a fickle character maybe as well. But yeah, if you look at our goal here, our goal has always been we've been trying to increase money for quite some time. And it just so happens here we are with a chance to get a bit of money. And so I think in this case we would go against our own gregarious trait and get the stress. And he would get a benefit from it as well. I guess the increased holding taxes there. I guess that's our location, isn't it? So we'd get the benefit, but we'd lose the opinion. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that money. And so now we have an option here where we can continue with the plan on doing the tax tour, or just wait to get the 400 gold, which we're really close to getting now at this point. I think we might just wait in this case then, and then do the normal tour. I don't know if there's a certain amount of time limit as well. And we can found a new kingdom, but this is not the one we want to do. So this one just happens to be cheaper. I mean, that's because you have that piety to do it on top of the money. But yeah, that's not the one we want to do, guys. So I think we should wait to get the 400 gold here. Yeah, because that would actually give you prestige rather than cost you prestige and piety. So I think that's the better option, to just wait. I don't know why this is pending. We did support it. We just didn't pledge our supports, with our military. So this is an event for that assassination attempt. And so it looks like this is an intrigue challenge here. And it's a 66% chance that we can increase the success chance because the target is talking to our agent. 33% chance that it'll be exposed, so quite risky. But as a gregarious character, I guess that's the route we want to go. So let's hope. Oh, it did get exposed. Okay. And he died of old age around the same time that this happened to happen. Okay, so we need to get a new court position. He never did get better at that. Could put our daughter in this place. How much piety did we need to ask her to take the vows? 350. Good God, that's going to take forever. I thought it was less. Yeah, that's a shame. That's going to take us a really long time. I was thinking it was 250 for some reason. But yeah, it is 350. Okay. So yeah, it's going to take us a long time for her to be able to do this. I guess she can work at the court position temporarily. I could also make the knight. Yeah, we'll give her this job for now. I don't know if this will make her less likely to accept. Yeah, we'll just have her do the antiquarian job as well, and the court tutor. It looks like she's not as good at that. But Bona would be alright for that. She doesn't really have good learning. That's surprising that she'd do so well at this. Sure, why not? We could also make this guy. He's average at it as well. Yeah, we'll do our daughter. kind of hand out some positions. I know we're trying to save money, but we're almost there to getting the 400 gold already. And Count Bosun is also trying to kill us. So it's not just his wife, or his daughter, excuse me, it's also him. That makes sense, I suppose, because we were in a feud with them. But yeah, no chance of succeeding in this unless you did like bribes and stuff. So we might want to go ahead and do is just going to cancel this, because clearly that's not going to work now that it's been discovered, and just switch it over to him. So yeah, we'll attempt to assassinate him. Not a high chance of success here. So what we might want to go ahead and do is actually start looking for secrets now in this case. And we could use any agents on both him and his daughter. And this is the wrong tab. So he's here, I believe. Let's double check on that. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we'll look for secrets there. See if we can't find anything. So we're almost to the 400 gold. And oh yes, I never gave out these titles. Damn it. Wow. So I kept these the whole time, and I was probably losing a lot of money because of that. I completely forgot we took these. So we need to grant these out to somebody. Okay. So let's probably do either a member of our dynasty. We'll take a look. If there's anybody here we might want to grant this to. We could always grant it to our other son, Robert. That would be an option. So he could get some titles here. He'd still be set to inherit those duchies, though. But yeah, you could give him the titles. Again, it doesn't change up what he's going to inherit or anything. Yeah, that would be an option. So could grant it to him. We have other grandchildren that don't have any titles. He's 14. I always want to just grant it to Robert, though. Let him rule his own territory over here and just give him both of those. Because, you know, our son got his titles at a pretty young age, too. So, yeah, it would make sense. Yeah, here you just have the bastard son. Apparently we don't have any grandchildren that are very old yet. So he had another daughter. He now has 4 daughters. Wow. I think we're going to have to change her name. Not because there's anything wrong with that name, but simply because it's 3 names that start with C all in a row. And so yeah, we'll to violent. Our son does good. That we're going to change that name. Okay, so clearly Robert seems to be the best option. So let's go and grant him these titles here. And we're going to give him both that and the barony. Yeah, I should have done that. Though it doesn't look like it changed the money much. And then we'll want to make sure that we are allied with him too. So we can see if any of these guys are willing to do alliances now. So he is, so we'll do that. And he's finally willing to ally with us. Do that as well. And sure, we'll ally with our daughter Rosa too. So yeah, I get all these alliances set up over here. Alright, so we got those alliances formed with our daughter and our grandchildren. Though just an alliance expire with Burgundy. Okay, but then we allied with his son in there here. Well, maybe not. Okay, so this is his other son. This is his son and heir, which we did not have that alliance with. I'm surprised he didn't inherit anything. I thought he was set to inherit something. But apparently not. He is set, and this is a matrilineal marriage, he is set to inherit if his brother dies. But I don't know if our characters... Let me know what you guys think. Would our character assassinate him? So far, my rule has basically been we only assassinate people who do something to us, who are a rival to us or something like that. Alright, so we did all these alliances and we're getting pulled into a war right away here. We can do this marriage here now. So let's go ahead and send that proposal off. Also, we got a perk So let's go ahead and we'll do the heart of the family. Plus 15 for opinion for any close family. And that war, what happened to it? We got called into the conflict. I didn't turn it down, did I? I don't think so. Yeah, it popped up. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. We can't go ahead and change him to high taxes. So we're going to do that. He'll be irritated, but it'll help his brother out. Let's go ahead and do that now. And apparently we have children who lack guardians as well. Our 2 granddaughters here. So I have to find a guardian for her as well as for her sister. We'll have to do that next episode. We have the money now to go ahead and form the kingdom. And so that's going to be the last thing that we do in today's episode here. So it's going to create the kingdom title, Kingdom of Aquitaine. And so now we are Mighty King. And we'll be able to put all of our stuff in place here. And also, we get a new banner. So what's the difference here? Oh, okay, that's just so we can enter the court immediately. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I guess we could do that now. I do want to take a look and see what else has popped up over here. We have the too many duchies, of course. Also, we can hold another county now as well, since we are a king. And did that change up the whole court or something? It doesn't matter anyways. But yeah, it seems like it changed up who our powerful vassals were. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be granting out those duchy titles, so we're going to have different powerful vassals. We'll do all that next episode. We can now get more knights, but that'll fix itself. I'm sure we have somebody to take those jobs. Well, the last thing we want to do here is go ahead and visit our court. You see, it's pretty empty as of right now. We can do the whole court decision. Might be something we want to do next episode. But we want to go ahead and place all of our items in here. So I think the Toulouse Dynasty banner should be up here. I don't think there's any difference between our house banner and our dynasty banner. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So we'll place that one there. Makes sense to have that there. And then we can put our board hide here. Can it go over here at all? No. Okay, so it looks like only the boar hide can go up here. And so that's great for the prestige and the renown. It also improves opinion. Let's place that there. And then we have all these items that go on the side here. And you can see that everything needs to be repaired because we've had them for a long time. And so yeah, we do need to get, you know, some money to repair all this stuff. It's so expensive though. So all this is going to boost our prestige by a lot, as well as other things. And then the only pedestal item we have is Excalibur, which increases our prestige and our renown, knight effectiveness, and court grandeur. So we'll go ahead and put that in place for now. And then here's our current court grandeur. We're not spending much at the moment, so we could go ahead and start spending a bit more here. Currently have the diplomatic court. The other choice would be the administrative court. We'll have to take a look at all this next episode because unfortunately I don't have any more time in today's video. Yeah, I could go ahead and change up our court amenities to make our court more prestigious, which I think has a arrogant character we'd want to do. But yes, we are finally a king here. Took us a while to get there. Yeah, we've made it. And so now we can compare ourselves to the kings of France, which eventually, of course, we're going to want to replace them and take their titles. Wow, look at all these kids he's had. A whole bunch of them. Now, of course, there is also the option of trying to find like a secret on him and then force him to marry his eldest son to like somebody of our dynasty and get our dynasty on the throne that way. But then you can't do any of the wars here. We have all these claims, and we wouldn't be able to do any of the wars here for those claims. And let me just make sure, yeah, that we can still inherit. As of right now, we can. But if he increases his, crown authority, then we would not be able to. So our crown authority for the Kingdom of Aquitaine is sitting at 3, so they cannot inherit outside of our realm here. Yeah, a lot of stuff for us to now look at, guys. But yeah, his brother is still set to inherit the 2 duchies, and that'll change once we hand some of these out. I'm thinking maybe handing out just the 1 duchy is what I'm thinking. And then I'm hoping that Robert would get 1, and then our eldest son would get the other 2. We'll have to see how that ends up breaking down, though, because a lot of times the younger son ends up getting way more stuff. It's just the way it goes a lot of times. Look at our beard. It's all grayed. Slowly graying here. But yeah, we are 56 years old when we finally created the kingdom title. And we are now the King of Aquitaine. So that's exciting. A lot of stuff for us to do now that we're the king. And so we'll do all that in the next episode. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.